All right, go.
From Hollywood,
What does that mean?
it's the Tom Leykis Show.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No. We'll do it live.
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning into the Tom Leykis Show. Let me read to you from one of my favorite websites, eHarmony.com. This was sent by a listener. By the way, speaking of eHarmony.com, have you gotten this things being passed around the internet? Somebody apparently tried to fill out the questionnaire of 29 levels of compatibility for eHarmony.com. And they were rejected. This is another one where I can't tell you. I can't tell you the punchline. But the person who had attempted to pass through the questionnaire at eHarmony.com did not make it through. Did not become a member of eHarmony.com because they incorrectly answered question number 14. And question number 14 was, what do you like most in a woman? Now, it says here what the acceptable answer would not be. But I can't. I can't tell you what it is. Can you possibly guess? All right, in about 10 minutes, I'll post it on our MySpace just in case you can't guess. I had to pass that along to you. I'm sorry. Anyway, from eHarmony.com, a story written by one of their columnists is called Why a Man Won't Emotionally Commit. And here it is. The subhead on the piece says, in the early stages of dating, he's attentive, affectionate, and then you sense a drift. Suddenly, he seems distant and withdrawn. Read on for the reasons behind this behavior. And then the column. One of the most common situations women ask me about is what I call predictable male withdrawal. I'll take a second to explain exactly what this is and why it's important. In the early stages of dating, a man is often attentive, affectionate, and willing to do anything to stay close to you. He talks about his life, his feelings, and wants to know everything about you. He wants to make sure you have incredible experiences together. But then it happens. At some point, you sense a shift in him. His openness and curiosity fades. Would it be fade? He rarely wants to talk about your feelings or the relationship. He seems distant and withdrawn. You worry about it and wonder suddenly why you're the only one who cares about the relationship. Unfortunately, pointing this out to him only adds to the tension and distance you feel. There's a hard truth about most men when it comes to dating. A man either won't tell you or doesn't know himself whether or not he is a withdrawer in relationships. For example, a man would never say to a woman, I'm looking for a committed relationship, but the truth is that I'm not 100% emotionally available. I'll put you on an emotional roller coaster by periodically pulling away from you. But hey, want to go out sometime? Part of the beauty of online dating and eHarmony, says eHarmony, is that you're able to get a rich sense of the man you're connecting with before you meet in person. But there's one more important thing you'll want to know. Whether or not he'll grow to be more loving as the relationship grows, or if he'll be the kind of man that periodically gets distant, therefore bringing up all your fears and uncertainty. By the way, bringing up all her fears and uncertainty, if you're a guy, that's the perfect thing to do. Keep her on her toes. Keep her in doubt. Never let her take you for granted. eHarmony will never tell you that. Says here, the best way to know a man's emotional habits and relationships is to look at his existing relationships. Is he close to his family and friends? What does he say about them? Is he loving and supportive of them, or is he constantly negative and dismissive of them? There's a lot you can tell about a man by simply listening and observing. So what if you're already with a withdrawer? Follow these tips to keep your sanity. Tip 1, avoid falling into the common role of the convincer. When you sense a man is less available to you and it scares you, the common reaction is to unconsciously convince a man to stay and open up emotionally. This usually shows up as subtle begging, whining, or pouting in order to change his behavior. Unfortunately, these are the exact kinds of behaviors that seem needy to a withdrawn man and cause him to want to pull away more. Number 2, keep your center. The quickest way to connect with someone, especially a man, is to be the kind of positive, magnetic person that they can't help but be changed and inspired by. When we feel uncertain and worried, we often put more attention and focus on the problems we see. But as the saying goes, sometimes the best medicine is laughter. Try to look at problems in your relationship as opportunities for love, growth, and understanding. And maintain a positive attitude, you have to have a full life, with or without a man. Don't stop doing the things that make you feel great about yourself and your life. And tip number 3, lead with attraction. Talking about your relationship issues will never change a man. What does change him is the magic power of attraction. Remember what drew you to him in the first place. It's not just physical attraction, but emotional attraction that creates a strong, unbreakable bond between you and a man. There you go. That's the whole column. Sounds like it was truncated at the end there. But let me tell you why men remain emotionally uncommitted. It's because we want to get laid, and we feel in the beginning if we show you some attention, and we feel if we take you out and tell you how important you are to us, that will mean more and more and better sex. And then when you actually start to try to collect on the promise, then we withdraw. There's no mystery to it. The best way to avoid this situation is just have friends with benefits. Seriously. You see, what women want is they want a guy who is a nice guy, but by the same token, when they get a nice guy, they are bored with him. Women like guys who are enigmas. Those of us who pretend to be interested, then we act like we're not interested, then we're interested, then we're not interested, then we call, then we stop calling. These are the guys who get dates. And the men who are reliable, dependable, loving, caring, remembering your birthday, remember the anniversary of your first date 3 weeks ago Thursday. These are the guys who get trampled on in favor of the guys who are enigmas. There's a pragmatic reason for being emotionally withdrawn if you're a guy. And that pragmatic reason is the more withdrawn we become, the more women fall all over us. So I'm wondering, do you disagree with that? You can call here at 1-800-5800-TOM. It's 1-800-5800-866. All right, and now I'm going to log on to MySpace during this break. I'm going to give you the answer to question number 14 that was rejected. And the question was, what do you like most in a woman? The answer coming to myspace.com/TOMLEYKIS.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Oh, yes, another column about why a man won't emotionally commit. Dean is asking me to say there's no need for guys to call in and guess the answer to that question. Somebody apparently tried to fill out the eHarmony questionnaire. And question number 14 was, what do you most like in a woman? And then I'm looking here at what was considered not an acceptable answer, but I can't say what it was, so I posted it on MySpace. No need to take Dean's time trying to guess the answer. Just go to myspace.com/Tom Leykis, and you'll see it, myspace.com/TOMLEYKIS. There it is. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. We're talking about the men who won't emotionally commit. Let's say hello here to Mike on the Tom Leykis Show.
Tom, how you doing?
Okay.
Great. Hey, my take on the situation is what a lot of guys do is all they want to do is be with the girl. They don't surf. They don't hang out with their buddies. They just want to be with them all the time, and that's great. They're having a great time. After a month or so, they go, hey, I don't do any of the things I used to do. And so they start pulling back because now they want to, do that and still have the chick. And then the girl says, hey, this isn't what I signed up for. I want you here all the time, and you want to go surf? You crazy? And that's it. Right, also.
Well, I think that's what it's all about. I do think guys have no idea what they're getting into. You're right. I do think guys have no idea that saying all this stuff to a chick, which is generally just to get laid,
exactly,
ultimately ends up being, oh my God, now what have I done to myself?
Right. So then they want, then that's why they pull back. It's nothing wrong with the girl. They just, like you say, in the beginning of a relationship, what you do is how you set the pace for it. Like if you spend too much money or you spend too much time with them. Keep living your life the way you want to live it and spend time with her when you want, but don't stop any of the other things and you'll be fine.
I agree with you, which, by the way, the column, as you saw, it tells women to do that, but not men. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Gus on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Uncle Tom, long time, first time.
Thank you, Gus.
I had just a quick comment. I've been going out with this girl now for about 6 months. I totally botched the 6-month anniversary. I canceled. I didn't know all that. Anyway, when I found out that I don't remember and I'm not on top of it and I don't call back and text back right away, actually the girl's interest peaks a little bit more. However, if you go too long, then you're going to have to deal with talking about the relationship forever, which is also a nightmare. So it's absolutely true what you said. I agree with you, but you have to it's an ebb and flow kind of thing. And then at the same time, if you withdraw too much, it becomes a big problem because you end up having to talk about the relationship the whole time, which is a nightmare.
I refuse to do it.
It's, if you're withdrawing completely and shutting down, then the girl's kind of obsessed about it, is what I found, about trying to talk. And I say, hey, look, our time is limited. We have only a little bit, so I don't want to talk about the relationship the whole time. Let's do something fun. Let's do something physical instead of just talking about it.
Well, I do know that what guys sometimes do is they throw a little carrot out there, and then they stomp on it.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, Tom, what you said about nice guys, I think that there are, I am a nice guy. However, I found that girls say they want that, but then it's not how it works. They want a guy who's dangerous, who's a little bit withdrawn, who doesn't give a damn at times, and that's what I have to say.
That's who I am. I don't give a crap.
Well, you have to it's this cat and mouse game, and it is a game, and but there are some times, especially around the holidays, Tom, I found too that and right before Valentine's Day too, these girls want to stay in relationships just to stay. The holidays are a stressful time. There's a need for them to be in a relationship, to feel loved and all that stuff. So there's times where it's a little bit easier than others. But in any case, Tom, thanks for having me on. Can you take me out machine gun style, please?
Yes, I can. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Ray on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. How you doing?
Great.
So what I was going to say is that when guys are dating, most of the time, mature women are going to want
zero tolerance policy.
You're out!
The BS word. It's one of the words you can't say without me hanging up on you. Got to learn to curb that. I curb it every day. You have to curb it when you call in. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. While you're at MySpace looking up the punchline to today's joke, you might also look at the blog about all the words you can't say on the air. I wrote it myself with my own hand. You can see how I typed out the F word and the S word, taped them out nice and neatly so you can read all of them. You just go there and read up there. It's myspace.com/Tom Leykis. That's myspace.com/TOMLEYKIS. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Alex on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Alex. What's up, cracking, man?
No, you're Alex.
Yeah, I'm Alex.
You called me Alex.
No, I didn't. I said, yeah, my name's Alex. I said I was saying, what's cracking, Tom?
Well, that's not what you said, but somebody's asked the minute I get out of here is what's cracking.
Hey, Tom, I got to disagree with you, man. The nice guys don't always finish last.
I didn't say they always do, but they mostly do.
I guess you're right. But, I'm going to have to plead the case for the nice guy because I'm kind of a medium. I'm a nice guy. And, I'm willing to spend $1 on a girl. I was actually listening to your Tasting with Tom on Saturday, and you're talking about the Foundry. I've actually been to the Foundry. Spent a few dollars here and there, man. It works out for me. It definitely works out for me. I get a lot of beautiful girls. They give me a lot of attention, and I end up going home with them at the end of the night. It works out for me.
Well, again, it would be you haven't tried doing it without spending the money, and I'm telling you, without spending the money, you would have done just as well.
I've done it both ways, and it works out. It works out for me, Tom. The thing that I admire about you, Tom, is the fact that you know so much about restaurants as well. You're a big, wine goer, and I'm sure you put that to use as well. I can't imagine you knowing all that information and not putting it to use and spending $1 here and there.
Again, I know from having had a history when I was younger, spending a few bucks, that I get as good or better results spending as little as possible.
That's, you definitely have a point, Tom. You know your way. I'm sure you know more than I do with all, you've been married quite a few times. But I'd like to say thank you for having me on the air, Tom. You do a great job. Love your show. If you could take me on Bill Rice, that'd be great.
Yes, I can.
I can't do it. Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. It. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Thing sucked.
1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Here's Chris on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom. What's up, man?
Not much, Chris.
Yeah, you know what, man? Like, lately I've been trying to be the nice guy. From my past experiences, I've just basically got everything I wanted, with the exception of this beautiful thing that people call a relationship, And so lately I've been a nice guy, and within the past 2 months, both girls I've been talking to went back to their ex-men. I've taken them out to lunch or taken them out to dinner.
Let me guess. Then they called you and they said, "You're such a good friend. I wanted you to be the first to know."
Totally, man. And it's like, it does not pay off to be the nice guy. You got to be the jerk. And that's how you get them home and, you know, take off their pants and let them send them on their way, right. I guess.
I want to be the one they're complaining about for years to come.
That ain't a bad thing, I suppose.
Because have you ever noticed the ones they complain about for years to come, they've always gotten laid, every one of those guys.
Yep, absolutely.
You never hear a woman say, well, I went out on a date with a guy, and, well, nothing happened, but what a jerk.
Exactly. Yeah, no, not at all. It's the guys that totally act like a jerk, totally treat them like crap, and then, you know, they get laid and send them on their way. And they bitch and moan about them the whole time. Oh, this guy's such a jerk, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, whatever, you know, it's like they like that, and that's what they want. It's just a catch-22. I mean, when I was younger, I used to get whatever I wanted, you know, attractive girls, 2 or 3 in the night, you know, a bunch of them in the pool, in the bullpen. But at the same time, man, it's like I don't know, I'm like almost 30 years old now. You want to be cool about it and take them out and be nice, and it just doesn't work. Well, it does not work.
Well, you're preaching to the choir here, Chris.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
Oh, yes. At 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Talking about a piece from eHarmony.com. about why a man won't emotionally commit. No mystery there. Vanessa on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom. Great subject.
Thank you.
Hits home today. Very big time. Well, in my case, it might be a physical problem as far as the man not wanting to commit.
Why would that have anything to do with it?
Because I think some men realize their size and maybe know that it's not going to be an everlasting, pleasurable experience, so they keep moving on to the next. Does that make any sense?
Well, I don't know. I've talked to a lot of guys about these subjects, and I must say that, of course, no guy would ever say to another guy that that was their reason, so who knows. But I tend to think it has more to do with the fact that there are guys who simply know the more available we make ourselves emotionally, the more we get stepped on.
Yeah, and it definitely goes both ways. I mean, I was a crying, pathetic girl, and, you know, if I'm too nice, I get walked on too. It definitely goes both ways. You know, nobody wants to commit to somebody that's unstable and unhealthy, and it makes them feel bad, regardless if you're a man or a woman. You know, it goes both ways. And the truth of the matter is all women, I don't care how perfect they say they are or try to be, we all have a bit of crazy in us. It could be different and vary to, you know, in different degrees as to why we're all crazy, but we all have it in us. And it just depends on the guy how much he's going to take, you know, because every person has it in them to be unhealthy and unstable.
Thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate the call. Lauren on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm really excited to talk to you. I've been listening to you since I was 8.
I love that.
My mom used to make me listen to you, and I was just listening to you right now, driving down to L.A., and I have to say I totally agree with you.
Do tell.
Well, obviously, I'm 24, and I've obviously dated some guys and have lots of girlfriends. And, you know, it's true, like, the more the guy's nice to you, you totally put them in the friend category. And then when a guy doesn't show you the attention you kind of want the attention to, you go for that guy who doesn't show it to you because that's what you want. You want what you can't have.
That's right. So you've taught us, all of you have taught us, to be the guy you can't have.
Exactly. And it works for girls, too. The more unavailable you are, the more the guy wants you.
Well, I know that's true because here's what has frequently happened in my own life over the years. While I was making myself unavailable to a variety of women who kept having sex with me just to get me to be closer to them, there would be one girl I'd be mooning after who'd be doing the same thing to me.
Exactly. And that's when you get the men, ladies.
So that adds another element to it because One of the reasons I was emotionally unavailable to others is because there was someone I wanted who was unavailable to me.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's how it works.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Stephen on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, what's happening, Tom?
Not much, Stephen.
You know, it's guys got to play. You got to get a feel for it. I mean, every girl is not the same, but you always got to be an a-hole a little bit just to keep them coming back for more. As soon as you give in, as soon as they feel like they attained what they wanted, it's over. They're on to the next guy.
Yeah, I mean, I have found being a jerk has always worked for me. I get a lot of criticism from women for saying that and for living my life that way. But these women aren't dating me, so what do I care?
No, it's completely true.
You know, the ones who date me, they show me their approval by continuing to tolerate the way I treat them.
Yeah, the best situation for a guy to learn is when the girl has an ex that was a real a-hole. And they think that they're done with it and they want to move on. Then they find the nice guy, and you're the nice guy. So you treat him nice, you take him to dinner, you tell him you love him, you buy him flowers, and then you find out that she's been seeing the ex behind your back because he's the one treating her, you know, like dirt, and she keeps going back to him. Meanwhile, you're doing all the lovey-dovey stuff, and you're getting screwed for it.
That is exactly right. Thank you for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. It's Jason on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Jason.
Hey, listen, so here's my deal. I've been seeing this one girl. Okay, she was with this one guy for a long time. They broke up, then I get in the mix. The reason I got in the mix is I was a jerk to her. And, you know, she found that attractive. Now she's back with that guy, because I never asked her to be with me or anything. She's back with that guy. They're going to get married, and I'm still hooking up with her. But the thing is, now, if I'm a jerk, then he's the nice guy now. And if I'm the jerk, now I just look like a jerk, but it's not cool anymore. You know what I'm saying? And now it seems like I'm still hitting it, but I have to whisper the sweet nothings to her.
Well, as long as she's married to someone else, there's no harm. It's like having a piece of red meat and holding it in front of a Rottweiler who's caged in with a chain link fence.
Now it seems like I have to be the nice guy to get what I want. And some, you know, I don't think nice guys always finish
well,
last.
that's because she married the jerk.
All right.
Who she will later be complaining about.
That's true. That's exactly true.
Thank you, Jason. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. James on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, James.
How you doing?
Great.
All right. I had a quick question for you. The question was like about women, not why guys aren't emotionally attached to women. Well, I was normally the guy who always got emotionally attached. I started listening to your show about 3 months ago in college. Well, now I'm dating this chick now, and we've been dating for about 3 months. Chick has a kid. She's 25, but she won't let me bang her. The only time we ever go out is we'll kick it at her house, or she'll never come to my house. I always go to her house, and we'll always hang out. But she won't let me bang her. So how do I close the deal, Tom?
Did you tell Dean that this is a single mother?
Yeah.
You don't close the deal.
I can't close the deal?
No.
Man. So what I do, just cut her loose?
Single mom's out.
What's wrong with single moms?
Single moms already got knocked up once, and somebody's paying that child support.
Well, you know what? But then I've tried to be a jerk to her. I'm a jerk to her. I understand I shouldn't close the deal, but like I tell her I have a bullpen of chicks. But like, remind you, this is like no ordinary single mom. I'm talking about double D's. She looks right, and I was trying to close the deal, but she's not allowing it. And so you don't think I could ever close the deal?
Well, it's not whether you can close the deal. It's whether you really should want to close the deal.
True. So
you don't want to be the next schmuck paying child support to her.
Okay. So I'm going to just cut her loose, all right?
That's what I would do.
All right, then can you take me out Kobe style?
I certainly can.
This is about us. She's so special to me. Yeah, it beats in my heart. Yeah, the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. We're talking about a column on eHarmony.com called Why a Man Won't Emotionally Commit. Scott on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tommy, how are you, second father?
I'm doing okay, Scotty.
Anyways, first of all, I want to thank you. These shorter commercials are amazing, man. I've been calling for the last, I've been trying to been listening to you since I was like 14. And I'm, finally able to get on now.
I love it.
I love it. Anyways, you're talking about the not getting emotionally attached. What I see it is like in high school when you're first learning how to get with girls in the first place. You're the nice guy. You're giving them, you're buying them things. You realize you're going broke, and then they walk all over you. So then I think it's the women in the first place that make you realize you kind of got to be an a-hole if you're going to get with them. Because, they walk all over you if you're the nice guy.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
Yeah. And then, once you realize you got to treat them, you got to be the guy they're complaining about to all the other nice guys. Then you get what you want.
I think you're absolutely right. Thanks for the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello to Cliff on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, how you doing, Tom?
Doing okay.
Thanks, man. All right. I completely agree with you. I didn't until recently. It was recently my 21st birthday on Saturday, actually. So a group of friends and I went out drinking. And, can you hear me?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Sorry.
You're not an uh-huh guy, are you? You don't need me to say uh-huh.
I do.
Every 3 seconds.
Just kidding. No, I'm good.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, we went out drinking. It was me and a group. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. And about 5 other people.
Uh-huh.
So, and, yeah, we went out and ended up all getting pretty hammered. And there's this one girl who I work with, and we kind of had this thing going. We'll talk every day. And then she got really drunk. Yep. And she got really drunk and started talking about all these feelings she had for me, blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah.
5 minutes later, she's all over my friend. So I'm like, wow, that sucks. But then this other guy, who we kind of just let in randomly hang out with us, he kind of was trying to take advantage of her. So I slept in a hotel room with them and got spooned by like a 6'7" guy. I was the little spoon. It was the worst experience of my life. And the next day at work, walked right by me, not even a hello or anything. So that's why we do not emotionally make ourselves available to women.
I see.
Tom. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show from Hollywood. At 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. We are talking about a column from eHarmony.com called Why a Man Won't Emotionally Commit. Joe on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom?
Yes.
Hey, Tom. Long-time listener. I love the show, seriously. I listen to it every day when I'm getting off work. And usually I just keep on driving home and just enjoy it. But today I heard this, and, it's a big thing with me, why girls do that. I'm in a relationship right now where, she talked to me yesterday about, oh, you're not 100% in love with me all the time. And I told her I use my head over my emotions, which is why we got so far. If two people just ran on emotions, that relationship would just collide.
That's right.
So, it's just like, why would you run on emotions? Emotions to me are like, I'd say ammunition. And the logic in the brain is like, the weapon. It aims whatever your emotion at is. If you're angry, you don't just run over and do something drastic. You think about how you're going to handle it. If you're in love, yeah, that pushes you. But if you're stupid about it, it's just going to lead you nowhere, and you're going to do things you didn't want to do.
And most times, guys make stupid business decisions, such as telling women to move in with them or offering to pay their tuition at school or whatever, based on these emotions.
Yes. So those are usually the weak guys.
The weak guys indeed, Joe. Thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello to John on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
What's up, Tom?
How much?
Okay, so I don't think girls are as easy as, being a jerk or being the nice guy. To give you an analogy, I see them as more of a battle, and I'm the general. So if I use all my resources that are available to me efficiently, then I should be able to get her in bed without spending $50, $75 on a date. Right?
Well, I think certainly you should be able to get in bed by spending nothing, but no more than $40, as I always say.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And lately, in the past month, I've been sticking to that, and it's been pretty successful. Got 3 or 4 girls hanging around there. So, I mean, it's just like a lot of guys out there will try to do the jerk thing and not really know how to apply it. It's like having like a nice car and not being able to drive it fast because you don't know how to shift the gears. So I think...
The air? Zero tolerance policy. You're out! A-hole is the preferred phrase. Go to MySpace.com/Tom Leykis for a complete explanation. Just go to my blog, MySpace.com/TOMLEYKIS. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Daniel on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Tom, how the heck are you?
Great.
Awesome. Been listening to you for about 6 years. Love your show. Think you're amazing. Here's the thing. If you're going to be an a-hole, okay, it just has to come naturally. It's not something that you shift gears and try to figure out how to be. So it's something that's just in your nature, and it's been working for me for about the past 6-7 years. I'm 31 now, not married, don't want to get married, and date probably about 3-4 different women a week, and it just works for me. So I can give you a couple examples, if you like, of what I'm talking about.
All right.
Okay. What I'm saying is like this. For example, if you're coming to pick up a woman and she says be there at 7 o'clock, you show up at 7:30.
At least. Now, yeah, which, by the way, that's something I intuitively knew, I got to tell you.
Now, that's one thing. Second thing is, on the dinner. If you take a girl out to dinner, which I do, which is fine, and I believe in the $40 rule as well, but first of all, I know how to edge it into where they actually will offer.
I like that.
So that's how I do it. It's not complicated, and it just works for me. And I know, you have been married about 4 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, correct? Yes.
And I just don't want to, and love where I'm at and what I'm doing. I'm very successful, and it works for me.
Sounds good to me.
So that's it. Just wanted to tell the guys out there, keep the faith and don't work at it too hard. Just do it.
Daniel, thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM. That's our telephone number. Let's say hello to Jack on the Tom Leykis show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, what's up, man?
Not much.
I've been listening for a long time, but I just had to call in today.
Why?
Well, basically, even though I was listening to you for a long time, I hooked up with this girl. And, I thought she was, like, the perfect girl. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to be nice to her because, I never thought anything would happen, even though, like, I heard all these stories on your show. But, long story short, basically she screwed me over. And I just want to tell all these guys that there really is no exception to the rule. People need to understand that. I was the guy that was with a girl that thought she would never, ever do anything bad to me. And yeah, I got walked all over, so I just want to let the guys know that there's no exception to the rule. Listen to the professor and just save yourself a lot of, problems in the future.
I totally agree with that. Melissa, on the Tom Leykis show, hello.
Hello. I was going to talk about just how guys, they don't like to commit, and it's really true. I've been in a few relationships, and it's...
Wait a minute, you're only 18 years old. Why are you worried about commitment at this point?
Because, I don't know, I just wanted to, I just feel like I need to have, like, a boyfriend. It makes me feel loved,
Why? You don't feel loved on your own?
No. No, I feel like I need to have a boyfriend.
So when you were 12, did you feel loved?
No, because I don't think I was really into guys when I was 12.
No, I'm talking about, like, do you have parents?
Yes, I do. But
do they love you?
Yes, they do.
All right. How about siblings? Do they love you?
Yes, I have a sister, and yes.
Does she love you?
Yes, she loves me.
So how can you tell me? How can you tell me you don't feel loved or you didn't feel loved?
I don't know. I feel like I want like a guy's love. You know?
Why?
I don't. It's just a different kind of love. Like,
I don't think guys your age are serious about being in love anyway.
Yes, I always date older men because people my age are all immature, and
they're not mature like you.
Correct. And that's why I go for guys that are probably like 21, 22,
Ooh,
you know?
Yeah, the serious guys, the mature guys. Darling, you're too young and they're too young. And that's why it never works out. You know why guys don't want to commit? Because they're 21.
Yeah, that's right. I have talked to guys and, you know, they're just mostly into partying, getting drunk, but...
well, are you just figuring that out now?
Well, I've kind of known that for a little while.
So why do you try to have something you're never going to have?
Like, I know I want, like, I know I'm going to get married. I know you're really against that. But my parents, they've been together for, I think, 21 years. And they're extremely happy together. And it just makes me...
It's a different era, darling. It's a different era. And by the way, how old are your parents?
My dad's 51, I believe, and my mom's 47.
So that means your mom got married when she was 29, not 18.
That's true, but I want to be dating someone before I get married to them for a while because my mom did get married once, and he was very abusive to her.
Well, that's my point.
But
you need to be more mature than your mom was. You need to take your time. You need to forget about having a serious relationship until you're at least 25 years old.
Yeah, that is true.
So stop worrying about this. Stop worrying about meeting the right guy. Start worrying about enjoying your youth a little bit. You're going to live to be 81 years old on average. Don't be in such a rush to get locked down with one person.
It's the Tom Leykis Show.